1, 2, you hear the clock ticking. Tick tock, you about to stop living. Tick tock, I want you to remember me. Tick tock, but the dead don't have no memory. I'm coming. Nobody can stop me. Nobody can hold me. Nobody can control me. I'm coming. I'm here to do my thing. I'm here to bring the pain. I'm never ever gonna change like Tropicana. Got the juice. All for the least. Let the dog loose. Don't make me call up the crew. Now they get scared. Wanna call up the truth. I'm the one like nobody could go like I'm shooting the free.
Introducing the participants first, from Miami, Florida, weighing 248 pounds, he is the WWE United States Champion, Montel Vontavious Porter, MVP.
And for the very first time ever, the longest reigning United States champion in WWE history has entered the Elimination Chamber, and you've got to wonder what is going through his mind.
It almost seems like MVP somewhat reluctant to get in the Elimination Chamber, knowing what's ahead, or should I say, not knowing what's ahead.
He's not somewhat, he is reluctant to get in, and justifiably so. We said this earlier on that there are 10 tons of steel that make up this chamber, but when you figure in the 2 miles of chain, this structure weighs 16 tons. And as MVP is going to enter one of the pods or chambers, those pods have a ½ inch of Lexon, which is bulletproof glass, and you're chained inside. The only way out is for the referee to open that door.
Exactly, there's no getting out until your number is called. And right now, that's up to determination by what happened before the show started. And it really is an advantage to go in last.
Introducing next, being accompanied to the ring by Matt Striker, from Harlem, New York, weighing 487 pounds, Big Daddy V.
I gotta wonder, Michael, if Big Daddy V is even gonna be able to fit inside one of these pods.
It's a great question. This mammoth of a man, Big Daddy V, who fears seemingly nothing, is entering this structure for the very first time as well. And I had the opportunity to talk to many superstars earlier today who participated in this match. Every one of them has told me to a T that this is the most unforgiving structure they've ever been a part of. In fact, former WWE champion John Cena, who defended his title inside this chamber, he told me earlier today that he's glad he's not involved here tonight.
And Michael, once you get inside the pod, you're not getting out, because that's Lexan. You cannot break Lexan. Like you said, you're only gonna get out when a referee gets you out.
And Matt Striker, Big Daddy V's handler, so to speak. Going to be interesting to see what type of instructions he has to offer for the Mastodon.
Being accompanied to the ring by Ranjit Singh, from India, standing over 7 feet tall, weighing 420 pounds, the Great Khali!
And the Great Khali, who is the originator of the Punjabi prison match, which we've seen here. But again, he has never been inside a structure like the Elimination Chamber, and he's also going to be placed inside one of these pods.
And Michael, you notice that the normal swagger that the superstars come out with is not there. They understand how serious this is, how brutal this is. And when Raw General Manager Eric Bischoff back in 2002 created this match, who would have ever thought that in 2008 there would be so much on the line for the winner?
Again, the winner of this match will head to WrestleMania to face the world champion in the main event. Great Khali testing out that chain, that is forged chain, that is welded together, and it's like, even though it seems to have a bit of give, it doesn't. It's like running into a wall, superstars tell me, when you hit it.
I don't care how big you are, I don't care how tough you think you are, you can be brought to your knees inside the Elimination Chamber.
From Belfast, Northern Ireland, weighing 233 pounds, Finlay!
Finlay has told me on a number of occasions that all he ever wanted to do was headline WrestleMania for a title opportunity. He has that chance tonight, but can he totally focus here tonight, Coach, knowing that his friend Hornswoggle heads into that steel cage tomorrow night against Mr. McMahon?
Well, Finlay better be able to focus, because there's going to be a lot of damage that's going to be done. And he can't afford to have damage here tonight and then watch Hornswoggle get taken apart tomorrow on Raw.
But perhaps this type of match is made for a man like Finlay, the bruiser from Belfast, Northern Ireland, who has been battling for his life and livelihood on the streets of Belfast. Perhaps this is a match up his alley.
Well, we know that Finlay is scared of nothing or no one, and I think you're right. If anybody has the advantage other than Batista, who's been in this match before, it might be Finlay.
And now we know the two men who will start this match inside the chamber. One of them, the former world champion.
Washington, D.C., weighing 290 pounds, Batista!
Batista is obsessed with regaining the world title. I talked to him earlier today, and he told me, Coach, that he lost the championship at WrestleMania as you see Batista taunting the opponents as Batista goes from pod to pod. And that's the intensity and the ferocity we talk about inside the Animal, who wants the title back, and he has an opportunity to do that if he wins tonight to go to Mania.
Batista feels like he has the advantage, and now going from corner to corner to corner to corner, talking trash and trying to intimidate the other four superstars already in there. But Batista needs to focus on the guy that he's going to start this match with. Boy, the intensity here is really off the charts.
You can feel the emotion overflowing in every part of this arena. Every single one of the men involved in this match knows what's at stake, a title opportunity at WrestleMania. But all five men are gonna have to get through the legendary Phenom, the Dead Man.
From Death Valley, weighing 299 pounds, the Undertaker!
of emotions is startling. You look on the faces of these superstars, you see fear, trepidation, intensity, almost an unknowing of what to expect. And as Undertaker symbolically slams the door, we will begin with the two men who began their year-long rivalry at WrestleMania last year to start this match for a title opportunity at WrestleMania this year. And it is only appropriate it has come full circle tonight.
And if there were two men that are desperate to become world champion again, it would be these two men.
Over the past few months, both Undertaker and Batista have been robbed out of that world championship by Edge. And the Elimination Chamber is underway. Undertaker and Batista start, and regular intervals throughout, those pods will open and the other superstars will enter. And Undertaker and Batista slugging it out in the early going.
Michael, I really think it's an advantage for the other four that did not have to start this match. Can Batista and or the Undertaker eliminate the other before another superstar gets into this match?
Well, either one of these men would have to get through, I should say, 5 men to make it to WrestleMania. And you see the 2 men in the ring, and 2 thoughts come to mind during their rivalry over the last year. For The Undertaker, adaptation and evolution, and for Batista, the maturation of the animal into a major superstar.
I think both of these men are at the top of their game, and who would have thought The Undertaker could change so much in order...
And as Batista hits that steel outside of the ring, that flooring has no give. It's like hitting a concrete floor.
It is steel, Michael, and you don't know what it feels like until you hit it.
Oh no. And Undertaker, could he use that forged chain as a weapon? And listen and watch. And Undertaker, and Batista battles back with a right hand. Again, it's about survival inside the Elimination Chamber. Imagine what that chain could do to the flesh. As we watch again this right hand by Batista. And Batista and Undertaker, forget the feeling out process. They're going right after one another. First cover of the matchup, hook to the leg, and a kick out. And again, pinfall or submission, only way to eliminate your opponent.
And Michael, I think both of these men realize how important it is to get off not only to a fast start, but to an emphatic start, so the other 4 that are watching know how intense that they're going to be.
And who will be the next man to join Undertaker and Batista? Who will next be released from that Lexon chamber as Undertaker buries a boot in the gut of Batista in the corner?
You know, as nervous as Batista and Undertaker probably were to start this match, can you imagine having to stand in one of these 4 pods and wait for the time to tick down and then not knowing if your pod is going to be the next one to open up?
Well, let's face it, those guys in the pods have the advantage right now.
Yep.
Undertaker and Batista, as I mentioned, one of them have to go through 5 men to win this thing. And let's not forget, this is the biggest, the largest Elimination Chamber match in history. Over 1 ton of humanity in this ring when you add up the weights of all these superstars.
It's going to be very, very difficult for any one of these 6 to come out of this victorious. And if they do, whoever it is, they will certainly have earned it.
Boom! It is an absolutely cruel environment. The 6 superstars who are battling for an opportunity to headline the night of a lifetime, the match of a lifetime at WrestleMania.
You talk about the opportunity, Michael, and if they get that opportunity, imagine the disappointment the other 5 will feel if not victorious here tonight.
Undertaker systematically, almost methodically, wearing the animal Batista down.
Look at that, Michael.
Boot buried in the Adam's apple. Again, all this is legal.
Yeah, anything goes in the chamber. Once you walk in, anything goes.
Undertaker just took the toe of his boot and drilled them right in the ribs of Batista.
Well, right, you need to wear down Batista somehow. He is the animal, and if you have to break a rib to do it, that's what you did. And look at the animal fighting back.
Oh, and a high elbow. Batista to the
Here we go.
Could be the first elimination. Undertaker rolls the shoulder out.
And I know you thought The Undertaker was a favorite. What an upset in my mind it would be if The Undertaker was eliminated this early.
Well, Batista and The Undertaker, over their year-long rivalry, each has a victory over one another. They've got a couple of draws thrown in there, some interferences by Edge. So this rivalry between the two extremely equal. 8 seconds left to the first pot opens. Both men knocked down by big boots.
Who's going to be next, Michael?
And who it is will have an advantage with both men down. And it will be the former. Oh wait, Big Daddy V.
Here comes Big Daddy V with that advantage that you're talking about.
The 500-pound mastodon heads to Batista first. Now back to The Undertaker. And Big Daddy V with that massive headbutt.
And you have to believe with what has happened between Big Daddy V and The Undertaker in recent weeks. Oh! That Big Daddy V would like nothing more than to eliminate the Phenom.
And this mastodon, this block of a man, manhandling Batista and The Undertaker.
Going back and forth.
Could this be Big Daddy V's night?
And I think the nerves are gone. Big Daddy V came in at the right time, as you mentioned, with both men down.
Well, he got the opportunity to scout. He got the opportunity to watch what happened. And look at the strike!
Oh.
How many times do you see someone pick up The Undertaker like that? Toss him across the ring.
Oh.
And that skillet-sized hand of Big Daddy V thundering into the chest.
Remember, there is the possibility that all six...
Oh, drop! This could be it!
Could be the cover!
Can Big Daddy V capitalize? He's got to either pinfall or have The Undertaker submit to eliminate the dead man.
He must not think it's time, but in my eyes, that's a minor mistake by Big Daddy V.
This is like putting a minivan on your chest. The mastodon with his full weight into the throat and chest of The Undertaker.
I don't think this is the time to try to teach The Undertaker a lesson. Get off of him and try for the cover.
I think he's trying to get The Undertaker to pass out. Trying to cut the breath.
Well, he almost did.
Ooh, what a right hand.
You know, Michael, this match may favor the likes of a Big Daddy V. So difficult to beat, to pin, to get him to tap out.
I don't necessarily disagree, but I think the one thing that could hurt Big Daddy V in the long run, if he's got to last through the rest of this matchup, is the conditioning, the stamina perhaps, as Big Daddy V backs Batista into the corner. Ooh.
You got to think that Matt Stryker has prepared his man for this match mentally, and they have thought about that.
Matt Stryker, Undertaker! Driven through the door, out to the floor below. And that changes the complexion of the match for the moment.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen that happen in the Elimination Chamber match before.
Take another look at Big Daddy V. The force of this 500-pound man and headbutt, and Undertaker just crashing through the door. And Big Daddy V looking to take advantage of The Undertaker, who, I mean, think about it, Coach, he fell from that chamber out to that floor below.
And hit those hard stairs. You got to wonder if there's an injured shoulder, maybe an injured elbow.
Well, something's injured after that 500-pound mass of a body just crushed Undertaker against that forged chain.
I am very impressed with Big Daddy V right now, going back and forth between The Undertaker and Batista and really enforcing his will.
Full head of steam, 500 pounds, crush a man.
This could be over for the animal right here, right now.
Big Daddy V may have crushed the animal Batista.
I don't understand why Big Daddy V is not covering.
Watch this. Here's a Mack truck.
Oh!
Went for the Samoan drop again. Batista managed to slip underneath, and look at that! A spine buster to a 500-pound man.
That's one of those impressive feats of strength I have ever seen.
But it may have taken out of Batista everything that he had left. Well, maybe not. As Batista blasts Big Daddy V over the top rope, and you saw Big Daddy V grab his back, but look at that.
Well, Michael, we've seen Big Daddy V have two chances. One with The Undertaker, one with Batista. Decided not to cover. Oh, what a DDT.
And Batista goes for the cover. Here's the cover. He got him. Falls count anywhere. Big Daddy V eliminated thanks to The Undertaker. And Batista now is going to cover The Undertaker. Can he get rid of the Phenom here? Who kicks at it too?
Well, Michael, in my opinion, the countdown is on. Who is next after the first elimination?
The former world champion, the great Khali, 7'2", 420 pounds, and Khali, who has a history with both Batista and The Undertaker, gonna target both men, and there's that huge chop.
And Michael, you're seeing immediately what you were talking about. The Undertaker and Batista have already been in this match. Wow, over 10 minutes.
They battled each other. They battled Big Daddy V, and now they got this gargantuan colossus, the Khali. And great Khali driving elbow after elbow into The Undertaker's temple.
What a huge advantage this is for the great Khali.
Great Khali has been a former world champion, as we mentioned. Batista defeated Khali back in September at Vengeance to win the world title. Undertaker. Right hand after right hand.
What resiliency after taking that huge right hand chop to the forehead from the great Khali.
Undertaker, there's no way. There is no way. But Khali gonna plant the Undertaker with a Khali bomb.
That could be it. It's over, Michael.
Hook to the leg. Is Undertaker eliminated?
Wow.
No, he kicked out. Undertaker kicked out.
That was nearly the count of 3. And the great Khali almost sent out the favorite.
But Khali, wisely, right back to his feet, now goes to work on Batista, trying to take the animal out. Watch the strength of Khali. And Khali going for the cover. Looks to eliminate Batista. Can he do it? There's 2. And Batista rolls the shoulder out at 2.
Michael, I don't know what was more amazing, the strength from the great Khali or the fact that the Undertaker was able to kick out. Oh, what a shot.
6 superstars started this match, 5 are left. Big Daddy V's been eliminated. MVP, there it is! The Khali vice grip. The Khali vice grip, which has felled Batista before. Those huge NFL football wide hands wrapped around the skull of Batista.
And Michael, does the Undertaker come to the aid of the animal or just sit there and watch as the great Khali squeezes the life out of him?
Remember, submission maneuver as Batista broke it, knocks down Khali with a spear. Here's your answer. Every man for himself.
It is every man for himself.
There are no friends when it comes to a title opportunity at WrestleMania. There are definitely no friends inside this savage chamber. And that's Ranjit Singh, the great Khali's translator, blasted out of the chamber. He was on the outside, and that kick went right through that chain wall.
And it's almost like the Undertaker has a sixth sense.
Oh, look at this. This is that submission maneuver. The Undertaker is taking out Big Daddy V, and Mark Henry, and Matt Striker, and now the great Khali. Khali, the great Khali is tapped out. He's tapped out. Khali's been eliminated. And Undertaker refuses to let go.
I think the Undertaker's emotions have overtaken him. The great Khali is tapped out, is out the second elimination.
Big Daddy V and now great Khali have been eliminated. The Undertaker and Batista in the ring. MVP and Finlay yet to enter this matchup. And you saw the blood from the mouth of Khali. Again, the Undertaker draws blood with this devastating submission maneuver.
And I think the longer that the Undertaker is in, the more he is going to realize that, oh my goodness.
And Undertaker blasting Batista off the steel. Khali has no clue where he is. And think about the size of the men Undertaker has taken out with that move. Mark Henry, Big Daddy V, and now the great Khali.
Whatever it is hitting, it's hitting the right spot, drawing blood, but also,
And that was Ranjit Singh blasted off the chamber moments ago by the Undertaker. And here's that submission maneuver. Look at the torque and the strength that Undertaker uses in this hold.
Michael, you talk about the evolution of the Undertaker. That's what we're seeing with that hold.
Cover, falls count anywhere, and Batista just gets his shoulder up at the last moment.
The Undertaker finding a new way to be successful.
And look how the Undertaker used the Elimination Chamber that time as he went into the cover. He used the chamber to help himself, to provide some leverage into that near pinfall of Batista.
Okay, here we go, Michael.
And look at raking the back, just raking it across that steel. And who's next? Belfast, Northern Ireland, the Fighting Finlay, the Fighting Irishman, and he's out of the pod like a ball.
What a
into the
shot!
boot by the Undertaker. And a right hand by the Phenom.
Came out like a bolt of lightning, but went down just as quick.
The opportunity of Finlay's life, if he could somehow pull out a win in the Elimination Chamber. The force in which the Undertaker. Oh, no!
Got out of the way!
Undertaker caught up on the top rope. Advantage Finlay all of a sudden.
Finlay, fresh, tough, nasty, brutal. Oh, look at that.
The sinewy, burly, bruising Finlay sends Batista out to that near concrete-like floor.
And every time you go out, it's not like, oh, here we go.
Going for the Celtic Cross, and he hits it. Finlay's going to eliminate the Undertaker. This one's over.
The Phenom's
He got it, no, and a kick out of two.
How is the Undertaker doing this? How is the Undertaker doing this?
He's the Undertaker. As Finlay almost had the Undertaker defeated. MVP, the last man left in that Lexan bulletproof glass-like pod, pacing to try to get in this match.
And Michael, I told you recently on SmackDown, MVP, my odds-on favorite to win the Elimination Chamber.
Look at this.
Wait a second.
Finlay. Oh! Blasted into that forged steel.
There is no give whatsoever in that steel.
Again, that chain is welded together. Finlay may have no clue where he's at right now.
You're right, Michael. A normal chain, there is give. Is no give there.
You just saw the look in Batista's eyes and the look on his face. You can see that perhaps these superstars are beginning to grow weary. Now it's gut check time. Now we're heading toward the bottom of the ninth, and the WrestleMania main event's on the line.
You got to dig deep, and at some point in their mind, they're going to realize, wait a second, I am this close to a championship shot.
Ooh.
Wow, at WrestleMania.
Batista may have made a mistake. Undertaker follows it up with a clothesline.
But Michael, as you pointed out, every big move followed up.
And
Oh, wait a
Finlay,
second.
Finlay going to take advantage.
The animal could be out.
Here's the cover.
Oh, wow.
And a kick out by Batista at 2. Watch the impact of the Undertaker's clothesline. Oh. And Finlay now turns his attack to Batista.
And what an advantage Finlay has. The Undertaker weary, Batista obviously weary. Oh, and that hard back on that hard steel.
We mentioned earlier, this is right up Finlay's alley. Finlay spent his life growing up on the streets of war-torn Belfast for survival, for his livelihood, using everything at his means to attack, and that's what he's doing here with the Undertaker. When's the last time you ever saw the Undertaker's face grimace? You saw it that time when he hit that steel.
That is what makes this match so unique and so
Cover,
barbaric.
and a kick out at 2. So close again for Finlay. Here's that boot. Oh, right to the skull. Oh.
I mean, Michael, you mentioned it earlier. Oh, wow.
Again, that Lexan, half-inch Lexan, bulletproof glass, now being used as a weapon.
Finlay almost looks like he is enjoying himself in this Elimination Chamber.
Again off the Lexan. And the Lexan that time.
I just said it couldn't break. My mistake. It just did.
Finlay driving Undertaker. Oh, Finlay driven off the steel. I'm not sure if it was the post or the actual steel of that pod. But nonetheless, Finlay's shoulder driven there by the animal.
You mentioned gut check time. It is way beyond that. Right now, all three of these men, as MVP has not even gotten in the match yet, realize that one wrong step, one breath, and they could be out.
Finlay's in trouble. Batista, great suplex. Batista's head bouncing off the mat as well. The faces tell the story. All the men in pain. Here's the cover. Finlay rolls out of the way.
Michael, all I can say is that this match is living up to every expectation anybody had.
The winner of this match advances to WrestleMania to battle for the world title. We know it's MVP.
But MVP doesn't want out. He's holding.
MVP, well, he's going to be forced to be brought out. Undertaker unloading. mistakes by the Undertaker. Take the fresh man out before he can get in the match.
Well, now the Undertaker, as he has taken out MVP, can now refocus on Batista and Finlay.
And look at Batista. The final 4 men in this match. Batista, Undertaker, Finlay, and MVP. These men putting their body, their heart, their soul on the line. Oh, and there's that kick from out of nowhere.
At just the right time,
And
MVP coming out of nowhere.
Undertaker is next target. Cover.
A cover.
Hooks the leg. Undertaker may be eliminated, but he kicks at it too. MVP, the fresh man.
Wait a minute.
MVP using that decorative chain is a...
Well, Michael, I guess it's legal.
It is legal. Everything's legal.
Oh, look at Finlay's face.
Here's the cover by MVP. Will Finlay be eliminated? Not right now. MVP is never. Here's the cover again. Well, I thought he was going for the cover.
He's beating the hell out of the Undertaker. That's all I know.
MVP with a vicious streak tonight, and you've got to become vicious. You've got to become aggressive inside this match.
Michael, MVP just hit Undertaker with that chain. Oh,
hooks the leg. Undertaker rolls out again.
Right in the forehead, trying to knock the Phenom out, and I think he's broken him wide open.
Blood beginning to trickle from the head of the Undertaker, and MVP sees that target.
You know, Michael, even though everything is legal, I don't think anybody expected MVP to use that chain.
The arrogant, pompous MVP pulling out all the stops in his first chamber match. Oh! Undertaker begging MVP to bring it on. Still on his feet. MVP gonna go to the top of the pod.
But there's only so far you can go before you run out of room.
MVP still on the offense. Undertaker teetering on the top rope.
Undertaker's legs are so wobbly right now.
Still using the chain as a weapon is MVP. Oh no! Oh no! Oh! Crawls to the cover. MVP eliminated. Off that reverse choke slam by the Undertaker. Finlay took advantage.
Give Finlay all the credit in the world for realizing where he was and what was happening.
And Finlay even closer now to realizing his dream. Can he eliminate the Undertaker and Batista? But look at the unbelievable strength of the Undertaker with one arm. Undertaker has seemingly gone into a different zone right now. Undertaker! Finlay rolled out of the way at the last moment.
Missing with the elbow, trying everything in his arsenal.
Hey, what the? Hornswoggle? I'll tell you, it's legal. There's no rules. The shillelagh in the hands of Finlay. But Batista the animal, enraged.
Oh, wow!
Shillelagh to the skull. Batista's out. Batista's out. Batista kicks out.
How did Batista kick out of that?
Uh-oh. Finlay chokes. Unforgiving concrete.
Can the Undertaker get a cover?
The cover by the Undertaker. Finlay eliminated after that horrific choke slam.
My God, I have never seen brutality like this. Batista opened up by the Solele from Finlay. And now we're down to two, Michael.
We are down to two men. The two men who began this year. One more look. Watch Finlay just almost driven through that steel. These two men began their year-long rivalry at WrestleMania last year. Now they vie for a chance to main event WrestleMania this year. It will either be The Undertaker or Batista to face the world champion at WrestleMania.
And Michael, whoever wins will have well deserved it. I can tell you that.
Both men battle weary. Both men exhausted. Both men have given it their all. Batista! Going for the Batista bomb! Batista may be going to WrestleMania!
It could be over! It's over, Michael!
Can the animal do it? Can he crawl to the cover? Can he get the Undertaker on his back? Can Batista win the chamber?
He's got the Undertaker turned over!
Hooks the leg! Oh, the Undertaker kicked out at 2.5! Watch the strength of the animal! And the animal now has the story, the fabled Undertaker reeling.
Batista is the only one of the six who has experience inside the Elimination Chamber. Will that come back to help him go to WrestleMania? Oh my God!
Undertaker with a second wind! Oh, the last ride!
But too weary, too beat up to get a cover.
Was it Batista's last ride in the Elimination Chamber? Will the Undertaker capitalize? Crawling ever so slowly to the cover. Shoulders down. There's one. He's got it. He's got kick out.
This is unbelievable.
All you gotta do is look at these two men. First off, watch the last ride.
Undertaker is just content on beating the hell out of Batista, doing whatever it takes.
Let's watch the 3 count off the last ride. Did Batista manage to squirt out, get that shoulder up? There's 2, and he did, just before the count of 3. And Undertaker, he smells it now.
Smells it, but does he have enough left to finish off the animal?
Batista, great counter. Undertaker, over the top rope. And Undertaker may have injured that left arm. You saw him catch it when he came over the top rope. And Batista. And look at Batista. See how he's focused now on the left arm of the Undertaker?
Batista knows he has injured the Undertaker, wants to take advantage.
And then taking that wounded skull and just taking that open wound and just forcing it into the steel chain. And then head wound into the forged steel again.
How much more can these two men take?
These pictures tell the story of what it's all about, of what these two men will put themselves through to get the opportunity to again main event WrestleMania. Watch this. Driven skull first off the steel. And Batista is suddenly was in control. But Undertaker countering, blocking with everything he has.
Oh, wow!
Oh, my! Oh, my!
Oh, the
Undertaker is going to WrestleMania.
The winner of this match, The Undertaker.
Absolutely bone-chilling.